Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 28th of July, 2023. A good day to come back to streams and have a good variety of gameplay for sure, and some big updates here. So let's tell you how everything went today. All right, so first of all, on the podcast today, there were a lot of topics to talk about. Namely, I'll need a lot of feedback. Right now, I need feedback on how you want me to pursue continuing playing Street Fighter 6. I need feedback on how you want me to pursue playing the Mortal Kombat 1 beta coming up. And I need some information about how to go about that, if possible. I need information about what games you want to see me play more of. I'm curious why a game like GTA 5 that's getting the most support and getting the most views and engagement on streams right now and on on-demand videos somehow is getting incredibly low support on the streams. I have all these questions. Plus, there was a lot of news to talk about. In general, nothing crazy or earth-shaking, but an interesting podcast to say the least. There was a lot of topics discussed, so please give it a look if you missed it this morning. It was a good one. Then we jumped into Final Fantasy 16. And in Final Fantasy 16 today, we essentially finally headed into the endgame. And what I mean by that is we did kind of the final filler segments. I ended up doing the remaining 3 side quests that have that plus additional mark on them. That basically means if you complete them, you're going to get a good reward. After having done 4 freaking blacksmith quests, we finally got a sword called Ragnarok. That's good. The other thing is you can upgrade Ragnarok if you do 3 more effing hunts to get crafting items. I was like, dude, it's not even worth it. It gives you like 25 more damage. I was like, no, I'm not wasting hours of gameplay to do this nonsense. So we completed that. We also did a couple other quests where one of them upgraded the capacity of potions that I can hold, and the other made it so that the potions heal the most. So basically now I have maximized potions and I actually got a trophy for doing all of that. Story-wise, we completed 2 major segments of the story today, which was fun. Fun to the extent that you can have fun with Final Fantasy 16. Meaning the gameplay was absolutely hilariously, jokingly stupid. The combat at this point, even I was using Bahamut again, and then at some point during today, I unlocked a new icon. I don't want to spoil what one it was, but you know, the combat's exactly the same no matter what icon I'm using now. The combat's identical. It's just boring now. The combat has nothing to be interested in, no matter if I'm fighting normal enemies, a super armor enemy I have to stagger, or a boss. It's all the same. It's boring, it's tedious, it just takes forever because these enemies have like giant sponges of health, and there's nothing fun to it anymore. I mean, probably about halfway through the game is when I realized the combat's not going to change anymore. It's just going to be the same for the rest of the game, and it has been pretty bad. Story-wise, I'm interested in where the story's going. We actually got a little bit more information today about the big bad of the game, and we're continuing on with the plot line with Barnabas / Odin, and got pretty far in. I think like I said, we did 2 major story segments, and we actually ended in the middle of a major story segment. And for what I'm going to understand, there is more coming. Like there's like, after I finish this story segment I'm in, there's 2 more, and that's the end of the game. You've beaten it. So we're getting there. Like today, I felt like we did the final major side content that I'm going to be doing, and now we're heading into the end game. So 1 to 2 more streams of Final Fantasy 16, and it looks like we're going to beat it. Hallelujah. See how it all ends, and we can focus on other things that obviously more people want to see. I mean, it continues to be the least interested game for my viewing audience. I can barely retain 200 viewers when I play this game, and that's sad because most games, there's no problem retaining 200-300 viewers. Even if it's the worst kind of game, people just don't like this game. Okay? So we're almost done. Then tonight on the late stream, Street Fighter 6, Friday Night Fights, ranked gameplay with Blanca, trying to get him to master. New buttons. My Sanwa buttons arrived just in time, like right before the stream. So I got new buttons installed on my joystick here. And I can tell you this. Initially, did really good. Initially, started getting wins. Within like 25 minutes, I was already at 5-star diamond. So I hit my goal. My goal for the night was to hit 5-star diamond. I take it back. It was like 45 minutes. I was getting good, good wins. It was like 1-1 and then winning the set. It wasn't like crazy win streaks, but it was overall big progress, okay? Then once I hit 5-star diamond, something happened that kind of upset me. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I started playing master rank people. And sadly, here's what I noticed. When you're at master rank, all right, the game basically becomes this ultimate safe mode game. A lot of the online gameplay of the people at master rank is not necessarily impressive. It's not like, oh, look at this strategy that you didn't see at lower ranks or anything. All it is ultimately boring safe mode gameplay. So I'll give you an example. So I'm Blanca and I'm facing a Master Ryu. The Master Ryu literally just stands there and throws fireballs. Now, if you jump, well, the Master Ryu knows the right time, anti-air. Okay, well, you can't slide under them because he does them from the right range that it's too slow. You can't time the slide. There's no way to get the slide under this thing. Okay, so what do? You stand there like an idiot and you parry a million times. And every once in a while, you try to get lucky. You try to get in close to them. You can, like, stick out a limb or something. And that's the game. Like, no, that's the whole game. If you try to do any kind of a mix-up or a roll into throw, they break it or mash jab. Most of them, they don't break it. They just mash jab. They jab, and jab beats everything. So any kind of strategy you're trying to use is thwarted by insanely simple mode gameplay. It's not like, oh, this person really has mastered this game and knows the nuances and completely outplays me. It's, wow, you literally are just spamming fireballs from mid-screen, and there's really no answer for it in this game, at least online. Because the thing is, keep in mind, I have never once played Street Fighter 6 offline. Perhaps, if you're playing offline, or maybe if you're playing it on PC with incredibly low input lag, maybe it is possible. From mid-screen, you see that fireball, and you can jump on reaction and punish it. I'm not able to do that. I'm seeing the fireball, I jump, and he Shoryukens me. So, I'm losing to master level players now. I think I fought 2 or 3 Ryus. They all played exactly the same. No exaggeration, zero difference between their gameplay. Just spam fireballs from mid-screen. If you try to do everything, mash jab beats everything. And that's it. Get you to the corner, guess mix-up. Either throw or just more dash cancels or, fireballs, and you're done. You can't do anything. So it's kind of deflating. Because it's like, so damn, up to this point, I was able to kind of, find ways around it. At master level, these people just perfected that online pattern. And you can't do shit. Like, you can't, like, oh, I'll try drive impact. Nope. Fireball recovers. They hit you out of drive impact. I was like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, nothing works. Okay? I fought a Minot. That was a really good fight. I actually think I beat the Minot once or twice. But then the Minot ended up beating me. I think I fought 1 or 2 master Minots. I think it was just 1. And I think I either they won the first one, I won the second one. Then it was very close and I lost at the end. But again, it's like they throw out incredibly safe things and mash a lot. They're mashing a lot online. These are master players mashing jabs or mediums that they know are insanely high priority. And they're gonna hit 70-80% of the time. So they're just mashing. They're not reacting to anything. It's pretty bad, JP, don't even get me started. JP doesn't react to shit. The JP players, even at master level, because I played one and I ended up beating him a game, it's just 100% pattern play. And if you break the pattern, they don't know what to do. That's how I beat the JP. As soon as I broke his pattern and interrupted it, he didn't know what he was doing. He was like, oh, and I could mix them up with dash in. By the way, I did a lot of new stuff tonight because I was watching tech videos. So I started implementing new drive rush combos that are safe. And, a lot of people don't know how to get around them, or they get punished by them because they don't expect it on fight. So I was actually doing these. These are ones that I was watching the very best Blanca's using. And they're pretty good. Honestly, they're pretty darn good. I mean, they're risk-reward, but they're pretty good. So I was doing a lot of drive rush combos I'd never done before. I was doing high damage combos. I actually do this new super cancel now, where you do, if they jump at you, you do the flip. Then you do a Blanca ball. You cancel the Blanca ball into the level 3 super. That's when I outright saw Nishikin and also Mena RD both were using it. I was like, oh shit, that's really good. I got to start using that. So I started using that tonight, and I won several matches with it. So I upped my tech tonight, and I upped my game. But when I got to Master, basically here's what I'm seeing. At Master, everyone who's at Master literally has been there for a while. I don't think I played a Master player who just got there. I played all Master players with 50,000 points, fucking 70,000 points. They know how to beat the mid-tier characters easily. And we've been talking about this recently. The people are like, do you think Blanca's top tier? Originally, I did. Now, I don't think he's top tier at all. I actually feel Blanca's mid-tier or low mid-tier, because he only has mix-ups, guess moves, and tricks, but he doesn't have anything good to beat mid-range characters with great normals, and he can't beat fireballs. From what I'm seeing, I can't, And it's funny because people are like, well, what do the top players do? Well, I'm only watching matches the top players won. No one uploads the matches the top players lost, so I don't know what they do against these characters when they're on their game. I don't know what they do to recover. What I've seen is matches where Blanca gets the advantage right away, and then just keeps it going, and then he wins. So if I get the advantage right away, I'll keep it going, and I'll win the match. That's how I won against some of these people tonight, these master players. But for the most part, if they're playing a solid mid-range game, I don't see a way to beat it, because I've never seen a master player beat it. They just got that range, that hit, and then they just kept it going. You don't see what happens. Well, okay, on fight, they just happen to hit you first. Now what do I do? Now I'm fucked, because now they can zone me the entire fight with fireballs, or they're overpowered mid-range normals. For example, there were, I think, 2 Camis who I was beating, and then all of a sudden they just decided, well, I'm just going to mash jab through everything Blanca does. And it beat everything. I beat any poke attempt I had, any mix-up attempt I had, any throw attempt. Stuffed everything. So basically when I got to Master, all right, essentially what I saw was the people who are in Master basically have been there for a while, and they've been playing the shit out of the game, and they've just learned how to dominate the mid-tier. And so what I'm worried about is, I mean, think about the characters I'm using. Blanca, Zangief, Lily. And we're 2 months in. It's almost like, damn, this is going to be like nearly impossible to get higher level because they all just slap the shit out of these mid-tier or low-tier characters. I guarantee you if I get there with Luke, I'll probably do good. I'll probably start, because Luke is safe. Luke has the same tools they have. So as long as I'm using the same thing, you know what I mean? I think Luke will do way better. But of course, Blanca was the closest. I wanted to keep playing with Blanca to see how I could do. I got him there now. He's on the precipice of hitting Master. I beat at least 2 Master players tonight. But they're just beating my ass. And then here's the worst part, all right? If you lose to 1 or 2 Master players, you get demoted back to 4-star Diamond. Now guess what happens? You got to play all the online scrubs and spammers again. The people who just do the same technique bullshit. And it's like, oh, I got to go back to play the same fucking people. It was really frustrating tonight because I kept playing like the same 5 people over and over. The same DJ, the same fucking Chun-Li. It's just like, and they're so unsafe with the shit they do, and it's so stupid because online they're rewarded for unsafe. It's so dumb. Just throw out the Hail Mary move 1,000,000 times in a row, and you don't, especially when you just fought a bunch of Master players, the last thing you think is that the next person you play is going to be an idiot, throwing out drive impacts and random reversals constantly, and then they do, and you get hit by every one of them. It's like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like when you hit Master, at the very least, they should give you like 5+ games to play in Master before you have a threat of being demoted. So that way you can actually get to that level. Because it's an adjustment. It's different. People aren't doing dumb shit. People are just playing ultra safe mid-screen gameplay with these characters. And it's hard to get your game going. I did win a couple. But I lost almost every Master match I had. And then it's like, well, now you're back to the lower level scrubby gameplay. So then, after I got demoted a ton, I ended up having to play a bunch. And I got back, by the end of the night, I got back to 5-star Diamond. So now when I play again, I'll be playing Master players again. But it's like, it doesn't seem like it's set up right now. Like, I think that this Master thing was good for the people playing it in the first month and played the shit out of it and got to Master in the first month. Because probably people weren't nearly as good. But now, everyone kind of knows how to beat the mid-tier characters. Like, I would guarantee you people know these matchups. You know what frustrated me? I played a Honda. Now, I know how to beat Honda with several characters. But with Blanca, at high level, the Honda does nothing. He literally just fucking sits there like a lump. So, think about it. I can't Blanca ball, because he'll hit it. I can't jump. He'll just anti-air. He'll either headbutt or he'll splash, right? So what do? Just back up, start throwing Blanca-chan around and hope for the best? I only have 3 of them. Like, that's it. I can't do anything to advance on him. If I try to hop, he mashes jab, and it beats everything. So I'm like, damn, what do I do to this defensive Honda? Nothing. You lose. And the truth is, Honda has always beaten Blanca. In every matchup, in Super Turbo, he beats him. You know, every game he beats Blanca. Like, it's just the moveset beats Blanca, that ultra defensive moveset. So I played that Honda. I was like, dude, I've beaten Hondas up to now, and now I'm playing this match. I have not a clue what to do against a guy who just sits there and does nothing, you know? So it's a whole new game. It really is. Will I get better? I would like to, but the problem, again, is if I hit Master, like right now I'm going to play Master players again. If I lose to 2 of them, I'm back to 4-star Diamond playing the fucking spammer scrubs again. Now I got to work my way up. It's time-consuming and very frustrating. Like, I got there, I was like, dude, can I just play like 10 Master players and get my bearings? Because then maybe I can start to learn and hang. No. You will just get bodied by this basic mid-screen, unimpressive, boring, milquetoast gameplay because everyone just plays it ultra safe and you can't really get in on them and they all know the matchup against Blanca now. So you're fucked. And it's like, damn. You know? What it might be is, it all depends. Maybe if I play a different day, different time, I'll play a whole new audience of people. Because remember, it's based on regions, it's based on everything. So maybe if I play it again Monday or Wednesday, I'll play different people. I don't know. Anyway, that was my experience. I'll talk more about it in depth on the podcast tomorrow, okay? Speaking of tomorrow's a very special day. So tomorrow we're doing the Level 1 podcast at the usual time in the morning, but that's it. Then we're jumping over to DSP Reacts all day long, okay? The Machinima event, the Dark Side of Machinima, is tomorrow. It's a React event exclusively on DSP Reacts, where, firstly, I'm going to be telling a little bit of my general history with Machinima. when I was a partner with them for 6.5 years as like an intro. Then we're going to react to the June the King documentary about Machinima. It's about an hour long, but with me reacting to it, it'll probably take about 2 hours or more. Then I'm going to go through my entire history with Machinima. I have all these topics that I've separated and set up for this event, okay? And all these topics that I'm going to be going through during this event to tell you all about the time that I was with Machinima. I mean, there's so many things to go about in the 6.5 years that I was with them. And I have all these emails that I saved as evidence of everything that I'm saying, so people can't see I made it up, because it's all in the emails. You'll see the real story behind a lot of stuff that a lot of people question, like what really happened to E3, what really happened with This Is How You Don't Play, and how Machinima just started like striking down YouTube channels and claiming videos willy-nilly. Like what happened with that? I could show you. Like I have the evidence of them doing stuff and doing it the wrong way. Like it was just so stupid the way they went about it, and had nothing to do with me. Anything that had to do with my incident in 2016, and if Machinima did anything with that, I never told them to. They did it themselves. I never advised them to do a damn thing with that. And I heard that they did. I heard they were taking down videos and stuff. I had nothing to do with that at all. But you'll see it all tomorrow. It's going to be a special event over on DSP Reacts all day long, and I'm going to be ordering food. So it'll be a good variety event to break up the stuff. You know, we've been doing a lot of the same kind of gameplay recently. This will be something good as a nice month-end thing, a little bit of variety and fun. So I hope you'll join me over there for that event all day long on DSP Reacts, okay? And then, of course, Sunday, we're going to have the usual DSP versus the Internet clip show. Sunday night will be the community matches, community lobby, and Street Fighter 6. And Monday, that's when we're going to do another ranked session of Street Fighter 6. At this point, I'm on the fence. I don't know if we should play at Blanca again right away, or if I should give it a rest and maybe play with either, like, Zangief or Lily and try to level them up a little bit more for variety, and then go back to Blanca on Wednesday. I want to play with Blanca again. I just don't know if after doing 2 high-level Blanca streams, maybe I should take a break to cool down and then come back to Blanca later. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll think about it, okay? Guys, thank you. I really hope you'll join me for the React event tomorrow. This is going to be something special and fun and different, going down my history and finally being able to reveal to you guys all the stuff from back in the day about Machinima. So I hope that you will join me for that. It should be really nice. All right, guys, thank you all. Have a good night. See you tomorrow for the podcast and for the special event on DSP Reacts. Have a good night. Peace out.